The night it happened, the rain was heavier than usual. Windmere Street shimmered under the streetlights, and the air carried that damp, metallic scent that always comes before something irreversible. Emily had stayed late at the library, a shipment of new books, a quiet night to catalog them. She locked up around 9, wrapped her scarf twice around her neck, and walked home through the drizzle. She didn't notice the truck parked half a block down, or the figure sitting motionless behind the wheel. Daniel had told himself he wouldn't go near her again. He'd tried to busy his mind, fixed fences, painted walls, repaired the same hinge twice. But her face kept returning, like an echo that refused to fade. He wasn't angry. Not exactly. He felt forgotten. And for someone like Daniel, invisibility was unbearable. That night, he followed from a distance. Not close enough to frighten her, just enough to know she was real. But fantasy is fragile. And when she reached her porch, the light from her window revealed another silhouette waiting inside. A friend, a man's voice, laughter. Something inside Daniel cracked. He didn't remember crossing the street. Didn't feel the cold metal of the doorknob. Later, investigators would say the lock showed no sign of forced entry. Maybe the door was left ajar. Maybe he'd found a spare key she kept under the mat. What happened inside lasted less than 4 minutes. A confrontation. A scream. Then silence. When the neighbors heard the sound, they thought it was thunder. By the time police arrived, Daniel was gone. His truck found hours later, abandoned near the lake. Inside, a single item on the passenger seat, a worn copy of The Catcher in the Rye. The pages soaked through, but the first line still legible. If you really want to hear about it. They never found him. Only footprints in the mud leading toward the frozen water, and stopping where the ice began. Some say he drowned. Others believe he walked across and kept going. A few claim to have seen him years later in small towns north of Ontario. A quiet man offering to fix fences, paint porches, replace broken locks. But maybe the real story of Daniel Reeves isn't about a killer at all. Maybe it's about the quiet erosion of loneliness, how the mind, left unattended, can twist yearning into obsession. We like to think monsters are born in violence. But sometimes they're born in silence, in the long pauses between being seen and being forgotten. Windmere eventually moved on. The library reopened. The rain kept falling. And somewhere, perhaps, another quiet mind began to unravel. Unnoticed, unheard, waiting for a kind word that would never come. Because sometimes it's not the noise that breaks us. It's the silence that answers back.